Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. Welcome to picking a unit from a calendar. I hope I'm going to win by picking Ike. Please be Ike. I want a victory on my Christmas Eve to celebrate, because I need that shit in my life.
Merry Ikesmas. So yeah, it's Christmas Eve, and me and Mekkah have been pretty bad at guessing the characters up until this point. We got Hector right.
To be honest, we only started in the top 5 or so.
Yeah, we did.
We could have done better. Guess the MVP was a lot easier.
He was actually.
Guess the MVP is like pick Har and hope you're not wrong. Or pick Soth and hope you're not wrong, even though he's not recruitable yet.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, about this point, I'm guessing a lot of you guys are sort of like getting ready for your Christmas dinner. Unless you're in America, then you will have it tomorrow, I guess. In Europe, we tend to celebrate it on the 24th.
You're probably still busy with preparations, though, because Americans do like a ton of shit with their Christmas dinners. If you're not busy, then your mom probably is, and you should help her out.
Yeah, why are you sitting here watching YouTube videos when you should be helping your mom out? Come on, guys. Come on, close this video. Actually, watch this video, then go help your mom out with her Christmas. You know, priorities.
Click like, then help your mom.
Click like for Ike. So yeah, it's time to guess the number one. Oh, it has to be Ike, doesn't it? But you know what? Just to make this exciting, I'm gonna go ahead and guess Amelia.
Okay, cool. I'm just guessing Ike because Telly is biased. We're playing Radiant Dawn. It has to be Ike. Like Soren is in here, Mikaya's in here, Jill was in here, Har was in here, freaking Meg was in here.
Yeah, I know, right? If Ike hasn't shown up yet, I refuse to believe that if he wasn't on the 24th. Like, now I want to guess Ike, but fuck it, I'm gonna guess Amelia, because this
I guessed Amelia a lot. I can't blame you.
This calendar has surprised us a lot. So let us see if Mekkah wins the whole thing. Let us open up the latch.
Or Mangs might ring.
Yeah, and it's fucking Ike.
Oh yeah. Yes, we like Ike. We do like Ike.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Merry Ikesmas. Look, he's even red and green in that one picture.
Yeah, Christmas Ike. Would you look at that? Yeah, so Ike, why is he so popular?
Because of Smash, probably.
Maybe. I mean, I think also, I don't know, people love Ike. Holy shit, people love Ike.
He's like, I think it was like, Ephraim was supposed to be called Ike, and then later they called him Ephraim or something.
Actually, no, you got that wrong. Ike was supposed to be the Lord of Fire Emblem 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's early concept art of him. He doesn't look quite like he did, but he still had blue hair. But he had short hair and was a lot smaller. He was like Roy with short blue hair. Then they scrapped it and they made Roy instead, and then Ike came later.
That's funny. I don't know. I have a soft spot for Ike. I think he's one of the better Dawn Lords. People like how he's not royalty, which is a good thing. The game kind of treats him like royalty sometimes, but overall he's more like a normal guy in a racist world. And he just doesn't see anything wrong with it. I kind of like this perspective. Yeah. You can criticize it in some ways, but I kind of like it. And then he has a pretty good development overall in Path of Radiance. Radiant Dawn is more boring, but I can forgive it because when I first played Radiant Dawn and I saw Ike, I wasn't like, wow, he's boring in this game. It was more like, he has a really dry sense of humor. He states things in a very matter-of-factly way that I really enjoy. So I didn't find it boring. I found it funny anyway.
And when someone pointed out that Ike was the only Lord in the Fire Emblem franchise, not of noble birth, I went like, hey, that's not true. Almost like a... Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. Robin from... No, wait. Crap. Let's see. Oh, fuck. No,
I mean, the class is called Lord after all.
Wait, Corrin? Oh, shit. No, it doesn't. Sigurd? No. I was like, wow, you're actually right. He's the only Lord in a Fire Emblem franchise that's not of nobility.
Yeah. He does become nobility for a little bit of Path of Radiance, but then he gives up his title after Path of Radiance again, so he's like Lord for a little bit.
Because he's like, politics sucks ass.
So he has that in common with most of us, I guess.
Yeah, and again, I have to point it out, common trend here, from zero to hero, and in Ike's case, it's really from zero to hero. He starts out at this... I mean, literally one of the first scenes we see Ike in is getting the shit beaten out of him by his father. Like that training scene where Grail just knocks him, literally knocks him unconscious.
I know you're just saying this so you can have some footage to edit in.
yeah, of course. Yeah, but it's like, but that is a very good introduction. I also think Ike's relationship with his father is actually one of the few cases in Fire Emblem where they sort of got a parental relationship done really well. In most cases with the Fire Emblem, parents are just there to die, and they die really quickly, and you know.
On the other hand, always.
Yeah, I know. But I actually cared. when Ike lost his father. I really
Yeah.
did. I did care like a lot. I thought that was a really heart gripping scene. I'm sure if it's the music or what it was, but I actually did find myself caring a lot about their relationship. It's a really well done father-son dynamic, and it's just like he just the journey. He has a really long journey he goes on. I think a lot of people really enjoy the fact that he's this skinny little dude in Path of Radiance, and he just comes in a Radiant Dawn, just just fucking 50 protein shakes later, you know.
I will say, Ike used to be really overrated. I think he still is a little bit in Path of Radiance.
Yeah.
But he used to be really overrated by people. People would be making excuses for his horrible early game. It's not as bad as like Roy or even FE5 Leaf is bad for a little bit. Who else is really bad early on? Lynn, I guess. Ellie Wood. All these kind of people. It just sucks so much to have one range lock and sword and weapon triangle and having shitty might and everything. It's just so bad. For some reason, Ike is forgiven a lot more for it than other lords, which is really annoying. Later on, he's really good, and I think what happens is the final chapter thing, right, where he's really good at the end of the game.
Oh yeah.
You beat the game, you're left with the memory of a really good Ike, and you forget about how annoying it was to use him early game. But goddamn, also double might on a regal sword instead of triple might makes his like regal sword so bad. Holy shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, it's funny. On Maniac mode, I felt like Ike didn't do anything, and yet he became #1 at the end.
Because he soloed like 2 chapters.
He killed everything in the final 2 chapters, and the final 2 chapters has more enemies than the rest of them combined.
Yeah. Maniac mode is like exponential enemy growth.
Oh yeah, it's fucking crazy. And like, I don't know, people like the criticisms that I hear about Ike is that he's very bland, but I think like this is something that you can say about most Fire Emblem characters, like Fire Emblem lords at the very least. I mean, Hector's sort of the only really edgy lord. I mean, honestly, if you take lines from Ike and Eliwood, would you be able to tell them apart? If you did like a Hero's Horus kind of thing with like various
Sounds fun.
No, but like if you take 5 quotes from Eliwood and 5 quotes from Ike, and you show them to someone who may not have played the game like a million times, do you think they'd be able to tell them apart? I mean, I think Ike is just very vanilla FE lord, really.
I don't think he's as vanilla as Eliwood is, but sure, he's pretty. That's his thing, though. He's a normal guy in a world that thinks differently than he does.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's taken a little bit too far, but overall, I really like it. I really like the way the world interacts with Ike, and vice versa.
He does.
I like how at one point he's like, he calls Laguz subhumans because that's always heard them being called by, I think, Soren and like Shinon.
Yeah.
And then Leth is like, hey, that's like not cool, or whatever Laguz says it, they're like, hey, that's super racist of you to say that. And then Ike's like, oh, what should I call you then? And it's like, oh, okay. He just didn't know. He's just naive.
He just didn't know. And he has a good rivalry with the Black Knight. I'm not sure if we call it a rivalry, really, but I guess it turns into one eventually. It's more of a revenge story.
FE10 kind of makes it really weird, because at some point he's like his last teacher and that kind of stuff. I'm not a big fan of how the FE10 went about resolving that whole thing.
Yeah,
FE9 did it better, I think. Black Knight was just more menacing in FE9 than he was in FE10.
He was plain evil. Like, he talked about torturing Mist and stuff, and then in FE10 he's like this hero. It's really weird. They humanized him a lot.
His voice is weird, yeah.
Yeah, really. That voice. I recognize you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And FE10, Ike doesn't really do much of anything besides just going along with rides. It doesn't really. He unites an army, but he's commanded to. He's like paid to do it by Sanaki and Sigrun. So it's like he does stuff, but it's more like the plot demands Ike does stuff than an Ike acting on his own agenda almost.
Build an army, trust nobody.
Yeah. He built a pretty good army, you know?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And then he just takes all the power that Yuna has or whatever and kills a goddess because he can.
Yeah.
Radiant Dawn writing is a lot worse than Path of Radiance, so it's hard to really praise Ike at Radiant Dawn. But he's a good unit at least. He kills everything.
Oh yeah, he's really, really good. And yeah, I think his design is also really cool. He's sort of like, if I were to describe him, he's sort of like macho Marth. You know?
That is fitting, yeah. I can see that, definitely. He has pants.
Yeah, and also, you pointed out head accessories and how much people love them. He does have his headband.
Yes, that does help, yeah. I like the way it waves behind his head sometimes and that kind of stuff.
Really good, cool. Really good design on him. He looks memorable. Marth is a little bit, like, Marth can look a bit like a pansy sometimes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Whereas Ike is a bit like rugged, more defined Marth, really.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. So yeah, guys, let us know what you think about Ike in the comments section, and yeah, let us know. How is your Christmas going? Where you're watching YouTube videos instead of helping your mom now. And yeah, I hope you guys will get a lot of cool gifts for Christmas. You can give me a nice gift for Christmas by clicking the like button. That's what I want. All I want for Christmas is like.
Like Ike.
Like Ike. We can do a lot of like I could do a lot of Ike-like puns. It's great. Yeah.
Well played.
All right. Well, guess there's only one thing left to say, guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Have a good time.
Happy New Year and all that good shit. We shall see you guys, well, probably in a couple hours, since there's going to be another video coming out soon, so yeah.
I'll miss you guys.
We won't be going anywhere.